Every month I'm giving away a prize from this video's sponsor, Asetek SimSports. This month we're giving away a pair of Asetek SimSports Invicta sim racing boots worth $100. Stick around till the end of the video to learn how to win.
Hi guys, I'm back for another track guide. I'm here at Watkins Glen for week 4 of season 3 2022. I'm picking a winner this week for the first round of prizes from Asetek SimSports. Big thanks to them. So watch out for another video later in the week. As always, if you find this guide useful, please do give it a like. Please do subscribe to the channel if you want more of these track guides. Best of luck to you here. Let us know how you're getting on in the comments and have a good week. Cheers. Okay, here we go with my 1 minute 43 here at Watkins Glen. I'm in the Ferrari, full race fuel, normal race conditions. It does get hotter later in the session. Quite lucky here with the heat. So what we're going to do is we're looking for the 300 board here, and you can see how the grass moves in a little bit closer to the track at this point. And that's what I'm going to use as my braking marker. And we're going to bring the car down to third. We're going to do some threshold braking in a straight line on the outside of the track. And then we're looking to pick up the curb on the back side, and we really want to get on the gas as quick as we can because we've got a very, very long period of flat out throttle. Now, you can use all of this curb as long as you've got a wheel or two actually on the curb. You can take the rest of the car over. I could have actually carried a little bit more speed here. And then we're going up through the chute. Basically, we want to try and minimize our steering angle as much as we can. So we're picking up the second half of this curb, and then we want to pick up the second half of this curb, and then let the car come out to the inside. We're going to keep an eye on our revs, and we're going to go to sixth if we can. Depends what car you're in this week, really, depending on how far up through the gears you're going to get. Now we're looking at the bus stop, and at the 300 board, just before there's this white line, we're going to sail through that. And then we can see there's a bit of extra paint sticking out on the left-hand line. And that's what I use as a marker for my turning and my braking. And basically, we're going to brake as light as we can around here, and we're going to bring the car down to fourth. So I'm turning in and braking. Now, it's not often you can really do that, turn in and brake at the same time. But because I'm braking so light, and we're aiming to carry as much speed as we can get away with it here. And I'm pointing the car over the curb, and we want to dig as much of this curb out as we can from this angle. If you come at it from this angle, it's a much smoother ride, and we're getting as close to this Armco as possible. And what we've done here is we've created a really nice straight line between this first curb and the second curb at the bus stop, and that's really important here. So we're attacking the second half of this curb, and we're just coming back onto the gas, and we're going to keep the car relatively over to the inside, to the left-hand side of the bus stop. That's quite key here. And then we're well onto the throttle. We're up to 100% gas. And again, we've tried to create as straight a line as possible between the curb in front of us and the final exit curb. Now, historically, we've been able to hold the throttle a lot longer around here, but with changes, it actually pays to lift about here to let us burn off some speed. Now you notice that there's a change in surface right here. That's what I use as my marker to lift out of the throttle and let the car come into the inside. Maybe use a tiny bit of brake, but the idea being is we want to be back on the gas and attacking the curb right at this little inlet here on the right hand side. We're building up the throttle nice and steadily. It's very, very easy to run out of track on exit here. But we've got a good run up to the start of the boot. And we've got a little bit patch of concrete on the right hand side here. I'm not really sure what that's for, but that is my braking marker. And you may make it up to fifth. You may still be in fourth here. But depending on how well you go round the last corner. And then we're going to drop the car to third. And really trail it in here, just to make sure we get ourselves to the right speed so we can lay down the throttle and still make this exit. We need to line ourselves up on the left-hand side of the track now. And around about the 200 board, I'm going to brake down initially, and we're going to brake just past the 100 and then really start coming out of the brakes. And we're going to come down to third gear. Now you can go down to second here, but I found that I was just burning too much speed. I was losing too much time mid corner, and actually keeping it in third gear here means that you can lay down a heavier throttle and there's less risk of losing traction because it can get very slippy around here. The back end does want to slide out to the left, but we've met the inside of the curb now, and this is when we want to start applying the throttle. Quite a steady curve up on the throttle here, which you want to keep balancing the car. If you bang your foot down on exit there, the car's going to understeer out wide, and we want to avoid that. So we're watching these boards, these Zippo boards on the left. The penultimate board is my marker. So just as we're passing it, I'm going to brake down again to third gear. Again, there's an argument that you could go to second, but in the fixed setup, it's just engine braking too much. We're losing too much speed mid-corner. We're better off keeping it in third if we can keep the momentum going in the car and not over brake on entry here. We're down to third. We're on the curb and we're about to start hitting the throttle. Now, pay no heed to the outside curb ahead. We're going to sail right past that. The new track limits here allow us to use all of this concrete as long as we're back on the grey stuff before the grass starts. Now, very, very hard to find a braking marker here, but there is actually just a little patch of tyre marks here on the right hand side. That's what I use as my braking marker, and we're going to brake and we're going to try and minimize our braking, but hold a brake all the way, hold a trail brake all the way into the corner. And we want to get ourselves nice and tight to the inside curb. I do use second here. Some people might use third. I just find that I can get the car nice and tight to the curb in second here and still apply a fairly hefty throttle coming out. You do have to build it carefully. Again, your back wheels will want to catch up with your fronts. So we're gonna lift and turn at the 100 board, and we're going to minimize this lift as much as we can. You can lift less than that, but that's just what I needed there. And then approaching the final turn, we are going to brake as light as we possibly can, and we're going to keep the car in fourth. Third gear is just too slow mid-corner. We're going to lift and brake just after this tyre wall finishes and the Armco starts. And I've done like a really nice long light trail brake in, and then we're literally about to pick up the throttle now as we meet the inside curb. Ideally, we don't really want to contact the inside curb because it will push you wide, but we've carried a really good amount of speed around that corner. The revs are quite low initially, but the traction's good, and that's really important here. So that was my 143 here at Watkins Glen. It is a hot track this week. This was the start of the session, so it was as cool as it was ever going to be. The temperature picks up really quickly, so you might find as that happens during the race, you're going to want to start easing up on your braking zones a little bit. Go a little bit lighter on the throttle as you're attacking those apexes. Best of luck to you here. I will be picking a winner to win the first pair of sim racing boots this week. I'm going to pick them at random from the people that are subscribers and have commented. We are going to be giving away another prize next month, so keep those comments and subscriptions coming if you want to have your chance to win. Thanks for watching, guys. Let us know how you're getting on in the comments below, and I will be back next week with another GT3 track guide. Cheers.
As I mentioned at the start of the video, every month we're giving away a fantastic prize from this video sponsor, Asetek SimSports. All you've got to do for your chance to win is be a subscriber and comment or live chat in any of my videos or streams between now and week 4 of the iRacing schedule. I'll pick a random winner to become one of the first people in the world to own a pair of Asetek SimSports Invicta Sim Racing boots worth $100, and they're shipping late August. Asetek SimSports boots allow you to stay unconquered on the track and achieve peak performance. And who doesn't want peak performance?